A fake gin and tonic?
Yeah, it's real gin, but I don't have tonic, so I'm just using a Beach Plum LaCroix. And also I've added mint and lemon instead of just having it be a lime.
Well, what's different than tonic water and LaCroix?
Quinine.
What the fuck is that?
It is the chemical that's responsible for the bitterness in tonic water.
Oh. I've never had gin and tonic in my life.
Oh, the only one I've had that I really liked was the one that I had the night I turned 21. Every other gin and tonic I've ever had is not good.
Could it be the gin?
Yeah, I don't like gin at all, but I have a bottle of it.
I mean, like, do you remember what the gin was that you tried on? Was it Sapphire, Tanqueray?
I think it was Sapphire.
I forget when Colin used to drink gin and tonics all the time.
Yeah, or would it have been Sapphire? It might have been. So, because Ryan bought it, but also it was at B-Dubs. So, I don't know what the math is on that. But he was a big Beefeater guy. He really liked Beefeater gin.
Maybe it was Beefeaters.
Yeah.
Let me see if Colin answers the phone here real quick. Get his perspective on gins. I'm into it. See if he throws a fit. Find that out.
Hello?
Colin, I got a quick question for you. Before you say anything, I'm recording the podcast, and this is going to be on it.
Okay.
First off, welcome back.
Hey there.
You can't hear Joe, but Joe can hear you, and he says hello.
Oh, hi, Joe.
We're talking. Well, we just started the show. We do cold opens now, so we just dive right into conversation. And Joe is talking about drinking a makeshift gin and tonic.
What?
He's drinking a makeshift gin and tonic. He doesn't have tonic, so he used LaCroix.
Oh, okay.
Joe, what kind of tonic was it?
Beach Plum.
Beach plum?
Yeah, it tastes like
What does it taste like? Have you ever had beach plum gin, Colin?
No.
Oh, the gin. I'm sorry. The gin is just Bombay Sapphire.
Oh,
sorry.
Fucking okay. So
you asked what the tonic was, and so that's why.
Oh, my bad. No, I'm pretty sure that's what the gin was.
Oh, I was pretty sure I heard tonic, but
either way. So he's drinking Bombay Sapphire.
Okay.
Okay. So what I need from you is I need you to give me your top 5 gins and rank them, 5 being the worst, up to 1 being the best.
3 is fine too if you can't think of 5.
Yeah.
Probably Bombay Sapphire East.
Is that 5?
Huh?
Is that number 5?
Oh, you said worst to best?
Either way, it just let me know if let's go worst to best.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
I gotta think of how many names then.
I mean, I'm assuming like the plastic bottle that just says gin across it's gotta be pretty bottom of the list.
Okay. Let's say Beefeater.
Beefeater, okay.
Tanqueray.
Okay.
Let's go Bombay Sapphire.
Gotcha.
Then let's go Bombay Sapphire East.
Okay.
And then let's go James May Asian Parsnip.
James A. Joe, do you have a Bombay Sapphire or Bombay Sapphire East? Are you saying East like the direction?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I believe just regular Sapphire.
Regular Sapphire, gotcha. You still drink gin, Colin, or are you kind of away from that now?
I drink them every now and then.
Yeah? Do you throw some lime in it?
Yes.
So rocks glass?
What's that?
On a rocks glass?
If I have one available.
Fucking classy. This fucking guy.
Nice.
This is the dude I seen throw up whole pasta noodles in front of a bar one night. But
Let's not talk about that.
He still knows how to church it up, and what I'm assuming you're out at a baseball game right now, right?
I am right now.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Oh, nice.
You enjoying a gin and tonic out at the game?
I am not. You can't drink out here. I mean, you can. But
Look for any Igloo or Yeti mugs. Guaranteed there's booze in them.
well, I mean, I'm doing it myself, but I'm not a gin and tonic.
Oh, classy. Is it a Bud Orange?
No, it's actually the Vizzy Orange Creams.
Gotcha. If you had to choose for the rest of your life, Miller High Life or Bud Orange?
What do you mean, blood orange?
Bud Light Orange.
Oh, Bud Light Orange?
Yeah.
Ooh, Bud Light Orange.
Okay, Bud Light Orange or Bud Light Lime?
Orange.
Orange. Solid choice. Well, I just wanted to ask real quick, because when we talk about gin, I'm like, well, I gotta talk to Colin. He's the only one. I don't think I've ever had a gin and tonic. Maybe once, but who remembers?
I think I've had a gin and tonic with you.
It's possible. Like maybe at 2nd Street, I was like, you know what the hell, why not? If it was 2nd Street, we're talking about 9 years ago.
Yes, we're talking a long time ago.
Yeah, maybe we'll have a gin and tonic night one night.
Yes.
You know, we'll just sit on the deck. We'll sit on the deck, have some gin and tonics, bitch about life.
Sounds fine to me.
Oh yeah, Joe, you got anything you want to say to Colin before I let him go?
No, just have fun at your game. Enjoy your soda pop.
He says, have fun at your game and enjoy your soda pop.
I will.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on.
No problem.
I know it's not actually soda. I just was being silly.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, Colin. Living that stepdaddy life.
Miss him. I hear his voice and I think, I miss that guy.
Not one cough.
No, or sniffle.
Yeah.
That I noticed.
Mm. Yeah. I gotta tell you though, Colin's really matured over the last few years. Like, fucking dude has he doesn't have kids, but he has kids.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not married, but he is a stepdad.
Yeah, sure.
Really matured him. Doesn't get drunk with me anymore, which is fine. I really drink. Dude, I realize I rarely ever fucking drink.
Yeah, I don't really. Only when I'm podcasting anymore, it seems like. Mm. And even then, I'm not drinking a whole bottle of wine like I used to.
I mean, I got seltzers and, rum and vodka and like a whole bunch of fucking booze at my house. But I never really drink at home. I just don't. I think mostly it's because I don't have company. And, that's more of a choice than an option.
I get it.
People at my house and everything. But yeah, I always thought to myself, I was like, I used to drink every couple fucking days, and then it turned into, every weekend. And now I think it's maybe every other weekend, if not once a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? I'm okay with it. But I still want to do that YouTube show where we go to bars and drink shit.
Oh yeah, I think that'd be a blast.
So I want that to be a thing, and I'm okay with doing that. Before we get any further, I do want to talk about some current events that's happening in Illinois. Since, we kind of talk about news and stuff, why not? Before we dive into any of that, I just want to remind you guys that this episode of This Freakin' Show is brought to you by CarterComics.com. Your one-stop shop for all your comic needs, whether it be graded or raw. Carter Comics has got them all. Go to CarterComics.com and fill up your cart with all their amazing comics. When you go to checkout, use the discount code FREAKNET, that's FREAKNET. You'll save 10% on your entire order. Now, I know what you're thinking. Don't you mean a promo code? Of course I don't. Discount codes can be used more than once. Promo codes are one and done. With CarterComics.com, you can use FreakNet on any purchase you make through their website. Not only at their website, but it's also able to be used at their eBay account. Actually, all 4 eBay accounts. You can find links to all 4 of them at CarterComics.com. Just go to the homepage, go to the bottom, and all links to all 4 eBay accounts right there on the homepage. CarterComics.com, your one-stop shop for all your comic needs.
Nice. Normally, this would be the time where I would tell you to go to audibletrial.com/freaknet and sign up for a free 30-day trial and a credit towards your first audiobook. I feel like we decided we weren't doing that anymore, but you have all the information. So if that's the thing you'd like to do, go do it.
Yeah. Well, I know the last show we did, we were talking about a new theme song. We were talking about the Carter Comics ad going before the show even starts. We We stopped using Audible on the podcast, and we're just going to use it as an ad on videos. I don't think we haven't done any of that yet.
No, I don't think so.
But it's fine. It's fine. We're allowed to change our minds.
We'll get there.
Yeah, it's a process.
Indeed.
It's a process. I realized one of my biggest fears. I want to share this with you, if I may.
Sure.
About relationships and getting into them and everything. And I know this sounds like it's going to be a serious and sincere statement, but it won't be. It's going to be completely stupid. But I worry about looking dumb in front of people. I just don't like doing it. I really don't. I mean, it's already physically looking wise. I look dumb, but I don't want to mentally look dumb. You know, I want somebody who dates me to be like, wow, my boyfriend's a smart guy. I want that illusion, regardless of how false it is.
Sure.
So I realized to myself that there's going to be a moment where I'm going to get in a relationship again. And I'm going to have to learn to read opening credits and stuff to movies without pausing and going back because I missed it.
Why?
Because I can't read it that quick.
You read the opening credits though?
The not like was it like the prelude or the epilogue, whatever the fucking thing's called. You know, okay, so Star Wars where it has that big thing.
Yeah, like the screen crawl or whatever.
So something like that, yeah. But I mean, like I was watching a movie the other day, and there's like these brief like synopsis or intros or preludes. I know there's a word for it. I want to say epilogue, maybe it's not, I don't know.
Or like prologue. Sure,
yeah, something like that. Yeah, we're like, you know, they put at the beginning where they talk about like, oh, you know, here, perfect example, like Unforgiven. Great fucking movie, 90s, Clint Eastwood. They talk about who he was before the movie starts. And I was watching a movie that had that in it. So I'm sitting there reading it, watching it, all of a sudden it starts to fade away. I'm like, crap, I have to pause and like go back 10 seconds. And I realize I'm like, I'm going to sit next to somebody one day watching a movie like this. And I'm like, they know I can't read good. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Small things like that worry me, especially getting into a new relationship. Like, I have five interior doors in my house. It's a lie. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 interior doors in my house. And I probably open and close 2 of them in the last, 3 years. Not one is the bathroom. And my upstairs bathroom has 2 doors to it.
Yep.
Where one is if somebody's laying in bed and they kind of peek into the bathroom or just they just turn their head and look, they'll be seeing me there doing my business. I was like, one day I'm going to have to shut this fucking door. Until there's a comfort level to where I don't need to anymore. But at the same time, I know that when I get into a new relationship, I don't want to watch somebody take a dump.
Nope.
Joe, you're married.
I am.
How's your bathroom door decision making? Are you guys at a level now where it's wide open, or are you like Marshall and Lily where you still want that mystery?
I think generally if someone can see in, we tend to have it closed. I know, in the morning when it's dark and, if I'm still in bed or if Maddie's still in bed and someone uses it, sometimes we'll leave the door open because then we don't have to turn the light on.
Yeah.
But the bathroom door doesn't open into our room, so it's not like you can see.
Oh, gotcha. Were you the one that was telling me you got some bathroom lights or some shit? I thought it was you. Somebody was telling me they got some lights where it lights up the bathroom without actually having the lights on or some goofy shit.
Yeah, so it's supposed to, but whoever wired it all wrong, and so it turns both lights on or just the over the sink light. It's not set up to just turn on I wish I could just have like the bathroom light on because it's so much more, it's just a gentle blue light.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, this would be great. Doesn't hurt your eyes, doesn't wake you up all the way.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's annoying.
If I ever move or if I ever get my own house built, I want a light that's just over the shower.
Yeah.
Or the tub, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna dive too much into your guys' potty processes and shit like that, but like when I had like, you know, girlfriends over at like, you know, when I was still living at home and like they'd stay over there or at my house or even my apartment or something like that. Like if they were in the shower or I was in the shower, the door was just left open so they could also, you know, like, you know, use the sink or vice versa, you know, get cleaned up and shit like that.
Yeah.
I think there were times where like I took a leak while they were taking a shower or something like that. I mean, I would also go downstairs too and use that one if need be and everything, but
sure.
For some reason, when it's time to sit, that's where I quit.
I get it.
Can't do that. That's a very
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been in a relationship where I have comfortably dropped one in front of somebody. When I dated Jenna, and I was like getting ready for work or some shit, she just came in and started taking a piss. And I'm just like, I was weirded out at first because this was my first experience of this actually fucking happening.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it warmed my heart knowing that this is the comfort level we're at.
Yeah.
Like, wow, she trusts me enough to urinate while I'm sitting here trying to brush my teeth. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I get where that's coming from. I don't think I would like it myself. But I'm just
brushing your teeth while somebody went to the bathroom?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Like your wife?
Yep, not a fan.
When growing up with your brothers, you guys ever use like in the bathroom at the same time?
Nope.
Really?
Yep.
Man, fucking, I'd be taking showers and like Ashley or Sherry or Nick would come in and start taking a shit.
Nope, never.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Yep, and I've never even thought about it until right now, but it's never happened.
Is it possible it did happen, you just don't remember it?
It is possible, but I think it's really unlikely.
I find that weird. I think anyone who grew up with siblings at one point, you know, they both cohabitated that bathroom for different reasons.
Yeah, no. We had an upstairs bathroom and a downstairs bathroom, and the shower was downstairs. We didn't have a shower upstairs, just a tub. Mm-hmm. And so I think if people had to pee or whatever, or drop a deuce, they would do it upstairs if someone was in the shower downstairs. Man. But I think we really tried to avoid using the toilets at all when people were showering because it would make the water cold. And one time we did it when my dad was in the shower, and he was pissed at how cold the water was. And I don't think I've ever used the bathroom while somebody else was in the shower since.
See, I've always heard that was a thing. I've never physically witnessed that. Been part of a situation where you flush a toilet and it changes the temp of the water. That's never happened. I've never been in a situation where I was either the flusher or the shower.
Yeah, it's only happened.
I thought it was made up.
You know what? There's always a chance it was because I wasn't the one in the shower, so I can't. It wasn't my experience. Gotcha.
Let me ask. Okay, so this is going to be a weird question to start off a different topic. Have we ever talked about seeing other people's dicks in life?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I've had a conversation with somebody. For the life of me, can't remember who it was. But they thought I was a weirdo. I forgot who I was talking to, why we were talking about it. But we were talking about like men's locker rooms or some shit like that. And I mentioned something about how, like, in my entire existence in life, my entire existence of life, other than changing, like, a baby's diaper, I've never seen a dick other than mine in person. And they thought that was weird.
I think that I might be in the same camp.
Because I think I was talking to somebody about, like, a gym or a locker room or some shit like that, and it might have been at work or a coworker or something. But, like, I was talking about, like, you know, going to a gym and, like, you know, like them having, like, locker rooms and stuff. I would, like, throw shit in and everything. And they're talking about, like, well, you can just shower there. I'm like, well, I don't really shower at the gym. I just do my workout and then I go home and I shower there. And I was like, I need to be walking around and fucking seeing naked men everywhere. It's like, you never see a naked guy in the gym? Like, no. It's like, you've never seen a naked guy at the gym? It's like, no. I've never even stayed the fucking, you know, I've never done research on the topic. But no, I've never seen a fucking naked dude in high school. No, I could say from what I could recall till now, I've never seen another naked guy, like, other than, like I said, other than changing a baby. Never seen another penis in life. You know, I've seen videos.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, I've watched.
Who hasn't?
Yeah, I've seen rated R movies and X-rated movies and everything where there's no dude's junk. But physically in life, like, I've never shaken the hand of somebody that I've seen their dick. And for some reason, I'm the fucking weirdo about that. But, like, I think people who have seen other people's dicks, they're the fucking weirdos.
Yeah, I think it's a really common, like, sports experience. Like, if you're on a sports team and you know, if you play football or whatever, I feel like showering at the same time is a thing that just happens.
Yes.
Based on stories people have told me, because I don't sports. What is sports?
I mean, I can understand it, like, you know, like you know, major league level or amateur level, whatever, or even in high schools and shit like that, you know, fucking, you know, teammates showering and, you know, these big fucking prison looking, you know, shower stalls with 5 or 6 fucking heads. And, you know, you ever seen the movie Good Luck Chuck? Or I'm not pronouncing Chuck and Larry.
No, I don't think I have.
Adam Sandler and Kevin James are firefighters but trying to get married for life benefits.
Gotcha. No, I haven't seen it, but
great movie. Recommend seeing it. But, you know, a shower like that, like, I get that shit. Like, I get that exists.
Right.
But I've never been in that situation. Like, there was never a whole thing like, you know, like Wonder Years, or not Wonder Years, I can't remember what TV show it was. We're like, okay, gentlemen, hit the showers and shit. Never that situation. And I know there were people in my gym who would shower, but they would shower, dry off, and get dressed away from us in the fucking stalls and showers and shit like that.
Yeah, I've showered in a stall shower.
Yeah. Camping. Yeah, camping. People shower and shit like that. They get changed there. They get changed in the tent, but we're not all in the fucking tent together.
Yeah. I've also, I think the only times I've ever showered in the big communal shower, I've done it with like shorts on.
Yeah. See, I
realize your junk don't get super clean, but, like, it's not like I'm showing it off to anybody in school, so.
Yeah.
Fine.
I just don't understand, and if for any listeners out there, please let me know if you feel this is weird. But like I said, I've never been in a situation where, you know, like, you know, what do you call it, cock gazing or whatever the fuck it's called.
Cock ribbon.
Yeah, I've just never had that point where it's just like, oh, what's up, bud? Nice bod, you know?
I did have a guy one time show me one of his testicles. He'd do like it's a monkey brain thing. And I'm still kind of mad about it because, like, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm on the spectrum, but I'm sure I present that way sometimes. And I just feel like, you know, maybe it's not cool to pick on the autistic kid. That's all. Like, looking back on it, like, hey, maybe that was uncool of you.
What the fuck? Wait, you thought that what? You believe that he showed you his nut because he thought you were on the spectrum?
Yeah. I feel like, because he did like, hey, look at this. And then just fucking, I think he said, hey, look at this. Ah, you saw my monkey brain. and then fucking laughed at me. And like I don't know, the whole experience felt like they were making fun of me for something other than the situation. I don't know. It always felt like people were making fun of me for something other than what they were making fun of me for, if that makes any sense.
I could honestly tell you, Joe, I feel like, enough time has passed and we've grown to love each other. First time I met you, I thought you were kind of retarded.
I believe that.
But here's the thing. The only reason I thought that was because you wore a certain pair of glasses and it just looked weird.
Mm.
I don't know what it was about your glasses, but
was that the weird rectangle era or the circle Harry Potter era?
No, I don't say they're circled. It's just like there was this point, and I can't remember when it was. I know it was when we were younger, where like when every time I would see you, your mouth would be open, like you were breathing through your mouth, and you had these weird thickish glasses.
I did have some thick ass glasses.
I'm just like I think I remember asking Mom or something down. It's like Mom, is any of Carl's kids not normal, or like what's going on here? And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, any of them in like the kind of classes Nick is in, or she's like, I don't think so. Maybe Michael. And it's not like he was in special ed. He was in the classes that they just had to help you take tests.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, they got like an IEP.
Yeah. Something like that, yeah. And she's like, no, and I was like, okay, because I thought Joey was kind of slow. And she's like, no, he's probably the smartest one. I'm like, oh, okay, like Rain Man, but but no, I like I said,
that's what I'm saying, right? Like looking back on it, it feels like that. Like maybe I should have gotten a diagnosis. Someone seriously, like I encounter things on a daily basis, and I go, someone should have noticed that before now.
Well, you said that you took the test, right?
I took the ADHD test.
Oh, I thought didn't we? Well, we took an autistic test, didn't we?
We did. I thought we just took the ADHD one.
Oh, maybe that's what we did. I thought we took an autism test.
No, I don't think so.
We should.
Online test for adult autism.
I think I might have some sort of autism. Look it up real quick. What are the symptoms, like basic symptoms of autism?
Oh, I don't know. Give me a second. I feel like there's so many.
Is it like COVID, where it's like, oh, if you got the sniffles, you're sneezing, running a high fever, it's either the flu or COVID?
I do feel like sometimes there's... Okay, here we go. The 9 symptoms, according to the CDC.
Mm-hmm.
Delayed language skills, delayed movement skills, delayed cognitive or learning skills, hyperactive, impulsive, and or inattentive behavior, which is, by the way, it shares it with ADHD. Epilepsy or seizure disorder, unusual eating and sleeping habits, gastrointestinal issues, and unusual mood or emotional reactions. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's one more. Why? This is different.
That's how they test you for autism. How long is it going to take you to look for number 9?
Right. Yeah, here's some other ones. Social communication and interaction skills might include avoiding or not keeping eye contact, not responding to your name by 9 months of age, does not show facial expressions like happy, sad, angry, or surprised by 9 months of age, does not...
Hold on, Joe, do this, because it sounds like there's a lot of developing at a young age stuff.
Yeah.
Are there symptoms for adult autism? Because I don't know. I don't know what I was like when I was 9 months old, so I couldn't tell you if I got along with my peers. But I want to know, like how can an adult right now determine if he has any kind of autism?
Yeah, because I'm not sure, because I feel like it's one of the things where they have to bring somebody in to like attest to how you were as a kid.
Yeah, but I mean, so is it? Well, because Clint, when he was on the show, he talked about how he was diagnosed with autism as an adult.
Yeah, we might need to get him on and have him talk about it, because he might know more.
We should. Well, he did. Oh, I forgot to tell you, he released the first episode of his show.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called now. God, I feel bad. Sorry, Clint, if you're listening to this, man. I don't remember what the hell it's called.
Yeah, part of the challenge with adults too is like we get so used to, or adults get used to masking it. Like if you're I don't like the word high functioning, but if you're high functioning enough, you can like pretend you're not. And so you like trick yourself into believing you don't have it.
Well, see, for me, and this is my own ignorance. It's not me doing the research or looking up stuff or learning about things, which I have no problem doing. I have no problem learning about things if people want to explain stuff to me. But I'm not a guy who's going to go like open up. Well, that's a lie too. So if there's somebody I like a girl,
yeah,
I will learn things about some of the issues they have. Like there's this one girl I really liked, and she was talking about she had some issue with gluten. I just can't remember what the hell it was called.
Oh, celiac.
Maybe, yeah. And I learned about, okay, well, she can't have gluten, so let's look at things that don't have gluten in it. So if we ever go on a date and stuff like that, a girl I had a huge crush on, she was diabetic, so, you know, I looked up information about that, and, but I've never dated anyone from what I know, I've never dated anyone who was autistic, but it's very possible because I think a lot of the people, there are a few dates I've gone on where they kind of had like awkward social cues and stuff like that. Like we'd be across from each other and they'd barely make eye contact, or like they would second guess things they said as if what they said was dumb or some shit. And I don't judge people like,
yeah.
You know, like I've said enough dumb shit in my life. I've said enough dumb shit on this podcast to where, like, I'm not here to judge anybody. So Clint released Pixel Beard Podcast, that's the name of it. And they released their first episode a couple weeks ago. So now I gotta get on his ass and be like, where's the next episode, bro?
Nice. Do it.
Yeah, I've apologized to Clint several times about this, but I've crossed that line between being supportive and now just making him do shit.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm just like, you know, it's like, hey man, where's the podcast out? You're gonna get it out soon, right? What the fuck is that? You know, it's like, oh, you know, it's coming. I'm like, yeah, that's what you said before, and that must have been a couple weeks.
Sure it is. That tea was accidental. I don't know what happened there.
I think you're just letting me know you're talking to me.
Yeah. Just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Is it weird that I'm sitting here with like half a gallon of unsweetened tea?
No, I don't think so.
I was getting ready to come up to the to my office and start doing the podcast, and I looked at my fridge and like I didn't have like any bottles of anything. I mean, I had alcohol and shit, but
yeah,
didn't feel like an alcohol kind of evening. So I'm just gonna get some tea, but my cup that I drink out of was up in my office. So I just grabbed the whole fucking jug of tea and I was like, I guess I'm just gonna drink this entire jug of tea while we do this podcast.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, and there's another thing. So I think I told you that Alan, brother-in-law, listens to the show.
Oh, okay.
Turns out Sherry does too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and every time she does, she tells me, he's like, you need to not cuss as much. And she says that because she does listen to it in the car with our niece in it.
Mm.
And I told her that I would do my best. Now clearly I missed that opportunity here on this episode.
I haven't even been paying attention, so I don't know.
Well, and that's why I told her, it's like when it's said, it's just said. It's not like
it's just not a word.
It's not like I have show notes in front of me. Like, okay, we're gonna drop 14 F-bombs and right. throw a POS out there every now and then.
Yeah.
But I told her that I'm going to try. So I want to try at least once. I want to try to see if we can make it through an entire show. No swearing.
I think we can. That's not. Yeah, you just got to remind us at the beginning.
I think you can. I know it'll be difficult for me, depending on what we talk about. Because when we get into like conversations like this, where like it's an unplanned, oh, here's the thought I had in my head, I want to talk about it, and then I get like really, really into it, then that's when I'm just like dropping like, well, you know, these effing things and these stupid ass, you know, that's where it just like goes like, oh, I didn't even know I said all that, but it just happens. But I think it'd be good practice for if we ever do the church-based podcast.
Yeah, right.
It would help us out. So
I agree.
Yeah.
I think about it all the time. I've just been so busy with things that I haven't got around to doing it.
Think about all the other
like
podcasts.
What I want to do and how I want to do it, and I've started like listening to other church-based podcasts to see what they're doing.
It's hard, man. See, here's the thing, because and I think one of the difficult things is going to be is because of your profession, it's going to be trying to do it without it make it seem like it's a sermon.
Yeah.
Because I want to focus more on finding parts of the Bible and comparing it to stuff we could talk about that's like real life, things.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like have people on and talk about, like even do interviews and stuff, like, have interviews with born again Christians or other, pastors or reverends or, whatever. And, like things like that. Like I wouldn't mind doing interviews from time to time with like people who talk about religion and everything. Because for me, it's going to be more about helping me learn more about the Bible.
Yeah.
Because I know the stories, I just don't know the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like you sit here and, like, in my mind, and I'm probably thinking about it all wrong, is I look at the Bible like it's a novel, and I don't think that's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
It's supposed to be a selection of various stories collected in one book.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of different histories and poems and short stories and slightly longer form stories.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe it's going to be one of those things. Like if we do happen to create it or start it, maybe it's going to be a show where like it's divided in two. It's a Bible study and it's a conversation, or whatever we decide to do it. I don't know. I don't want to. I want to. No, I can't. No, I can't say that. Never mind. I want to say something, but I can't say it without bringing up what we talked about before we got on the show. I don't want to do that.
I gotcha. Yeah.
But
appreciate that.
Yeah, because I don't want other people to listen to this and start questioning shit. But it's a consistent conversation that we have. At least I have with everybody I do podcasting with. Is like the goal is to make this something.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I talk about Freakin Studios, not just this show.
Sure. Yeah.
But just Freakin Wrestling, Freakin Studios, the YouTube channel and everything, which we're still sitting at 190 subscribers, which I'm proud of that. That's something I am proud of. To other people, they may not think that's something, but to me, that means something. But like, the idea is to growth. So, I just God damn.
Oh, shoot. Did you hear that?
Yeah. It's like you yelled it right into the mic.
I thought I muted myself. Sorry.
No, you didn't. That's worse than anything Colin ever did. That one's for you, buddy.
Oh my God, I'm not on the right. I have it's coming through the right headphones, but it's not working from my microphone.
Oh, that's beautiful. Whoops. No, that's fine, man. Yeah, I just wish there was more time to do like all this stuff because I
miss the good old days when I used to not sleep.
Oh, jeez, right. I just wish there was. I wish there was a way I could do more of this stuff like in the morning. Mm-hmm. Because with the gym that I'm a part of, I mean it's 20 minutes run one way. So in order for me to get up before work and go to the gym and do everything would just be like I'd have to wake up at like 3:30 in the morning. Get up, get to the gym by 4:00, get a workout in, get home by 6, get cleaned up, and be out the door. And it's just like by the time I get home, I'm already 15 hours up. And I still got to do, JFW on Monday, when we record this show and all that stuff's in the evenings. Man, if I could find a way to do like some of this stuff like first thing in the morning, and I want to get to I haven't been to the gym in the last couple of weeks because my back started hurting me again.
Mm-hmm.
Not as bad as when it went out in December. But there are moments where like I would sit up off my couch and my back would just give out and it'd be like in so much pain I had to like sit back down again. And I'm not sure
Sucks.
I'm not sure what it's from, but it just kind of goes away again. So, but it feels a lot better now. I'm gonna try to make I'm gonna have a pretty extensive day at the gym tomorrow. Play catch up at least, but I want to do more workout stuff, and I want to do this. Like I got 5 days or 5 evenings a week where I could do this stuff, and maybe 4 if I do Monday through Thursday. And if I could find a way to do it early, to where like I could do it, so like I do JFW at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
And we're able to record the show, and I'm able to edit and release it that day, so now it goes out on Monday nights.
Yeah.
If I could find a way for us to do something like that, like if I could get everything done in one day,
Yeah.
kosher, beautiful. But things just don't work out that way, and it's just like I gotta find a way to get things to work out that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would like to plan for us to. I love doing the Saturday mornings,
Mm-hmm.
but to find a way to get back on like Tuesday evenings.
Mm-hmm.
Because Wednesday is a definite not for you because of Geekcast Live.
Right.
So Wednesday I can commit to, okay, I can't record with Joe on Wednesday, but I can get everything edited and released for Thursday. We are at, what episode are we at?
I don't know.
294. I wonder if that's right. So so after this we're gonna be 5 episodes away from 300.
Wow.
I still think we're like 6 episodes behind in this month or this year or whatever. But I want to try, and with you, obviously, we've got to come to agreement, but maybe starting in July, we do 4 episodes a month, maybe 1 Saturday morning live stream.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I think it's doable.
Sounds doable.
Right? They'll give us 6 episodes over the course of the next 3 months, and we'll catch us back up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, because our viewers are sticking around. I mean, I'm happy.
Oh,
it's like,
God love them.
Yeah, I was saying their word. I'm like, we put out like a podcast like once every couple weeks and everything. It's like how bad are the views? But then I go look at them, like, okay, they're still here. That's awesome. They're either playing catch up or they're listening to something. And they're still listening to episodes from like season 5 and season 4 and things like that. And it's like, man, you guys definitely know when the good times were.
Right.
But yeah, no, I just, I want to do more, and I just got to figure out a way to schedule everything in my life. It's just for some reason I really think I need to get to a doctor and try to figure out why I'm always drained or lethargic. I think a lot has to do with just being fat, which is also something I got to work on and fix, which I think the gym's going to help, possibly eating better. But we'll see. How's the dieting and stuff going with you?
Oh, bad.
Like bad, like you're still doing it, just not as much, or you gave up altogether?
Well, I haven't given up altogether, but I have not been successful. I have, more often than not, I eat oatmeal for breakfast, which I think is a good way for me to start the day.
What do you do with your oatmeal? Is it just plain oatmeal?
I do steel cut oats. I typically will do butter and a little bit of brown sugar and cinnamon. This morning I did fruit and nuts, so I did raisins and walnuts.
Yeah.
I've decided my blood sugar is usually fine, so I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
I like the extra fat for the extra satiation, so like I feel fuller longer.
Yeah.
And I think the fiber is really important.
Yeah.
So I've been happy about that. More often than not, I will have that for breakfast, and I'm good. I do often only eat a second meal. I'll have lunch, and it is usually I feel like more often than not lately, really more often than not since March, it has been just a regular Jersey Mike sub, a bag of chips, a tasty cake and a soda, just one can of soda, and then water and coffee the rest of the day.
Regular soda, sugar free.
I do the stubborn sodas, so I'll do usually I like the
Jersey Mike cans.
Yeah.
Oh god, that cherry's good, isn't it?
It's unbelievable. And every once in a while, I'll get the root beer.
The vanilla's good too. The cream soda?
It is good. It is. I like the cream soda. I don't like it as much as either of the other two, and so it's much rarer for me.
I love cream soda, but that one's a little bit too much of what I want. The root beer is fucking root beer regardless.
Exactly. Like if I have a taste for root beer, I'll get the root beer.
What sub sandwich?
Usually I get the they've got a mushroom and cheese. I think it's like the portobello cheesesteak or something like that. I don't get any. I'll get it without the meat, just mushroom and cheese and veggies, which it's delicious. It's a really good sandwich, and then I don't need to eat the rest of the day. Lately, because it's summertime and that's kind of a winter sandwich, if you know what I mean. I've been getting like what is the Jersey Mike's fave or whatever.
The Italian?
I don't think it's the Italian.
Oh. You know, I had a conversation with Sherry not too long ago about Jersey Mike's because we're huge fans of Jersey Mike's, and I was talking to her about how I've been eating a lot of Jimmy John's lately.
Yeah, I'll have Jimmy John's a lot too.
Yeah, just because
usually a turkey tom.
Yeah, well, it's because it's weird because like there are mornings where I wake up, which if you're up for it, I'd love to try to get us back up and working out in the mornings again. I'd love to try to commit.
I'm very up for it.
Yeah, I'm thinking July.
Yeah, because I have a lot of trouble getting myself up, but if I have a reason to be up, I can do it.
Yeah. I want to take the net because right now it's June 15th, and I know if I say to myself tomorrow we're starting noon, no, I'm gonna give myself 15 days and get everything fucking scheduled out and planned out and everything, and I basically want our January to start in July.
Yeah, nice.
I want to do something like that. But there are days like where like I'll wake up and just because my mind, like sometimes I'll fall asleep at like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, whatever. And for some reason I just get up at like 4 a.m. And I was like, there's no way in hell I'm waking up this early. There's no way in hell I'm only getting 5 hours of sleep. I'm going back to bed. But then when my alarm goes off at 6:15, I just can't get out of bed. I'm just like, crap. So like I'll wake up late and then I'll get to work. I want to pack a lunch. So I just order Jimmy John's. And I've been eating a bunch of those wraps that they have.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know have you tried the Jimmy John's wraps? No,
because I like their bread too much. Are the wraps good?
The wraps are delicious.
All right, I'll try one.
I think they're still around. I think they're around all summer.
Yeah.
But they got Caesar. They're all chicken ones. So they got Caesar, they got a Thai chicken, and then they got a brand new one that's like a jalapeno ranch chicken. They're all phenomenal. I'd recommend start with a Thai. You seem more like a Thai chicken guy.
All right, yeah.
But they're all great. I love them all. So I've just been eating a lot of those and everything, and because of that, like I wouldn't be having a breakfast. But for some reason, getting on the scale, looking at me, just feeling like it seems like my weight is creeping up. Regardless of the fact I'm not eating as much, but I think the problem is I'm not getting enough nutrients into my body to help with weight loss. Gotcha. I was actually doing a lot better when I was packing breakfast and lunch. Like I'd wake up and I'd get my lunch bag and I'd throw I make like oatmeal and I put like cinnamon and organic honey into it. So I use honey as a sweetener. And I put cinnamon in there. Once in a while, I'll throw blueberries in there instead of like the cinnamon and honey. And I've got blueberries and oatmeal. Or I just get Cheerios, put it in a bowl and, grab a mason jar and put some milk in it and I have cereal. And then I grab whatever I would have for lunch and everything, throw that all in there and I drive to work. I get to work at like 8 o'clock and I think I have lunch at like 8:15 because I want to try to get back into fasting too. I think fasting does help for me. I think that does help me, and I need to get back into that. I've just been more like spot eating over the last few weeks. So I want to get back into doing that. I gotta start meal prepping, or at least not meal prepping, but at least cooking meals. I just know that, even with this work schedule, there's enough time in my life to get this stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
It's just me being lazy and not doing it.
Yeah.
So, I get home at 5 o'clock. I don't go to bed at 10 or 11. Like, what the hell am I doing for those 6 hours? There's 6 hours, 5 to 6 hours on any given Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday that I could cook food for tomorrow. I could be going to the gym. I could be getting shit done around this house, but I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the stuff that, excuse me, that I need to fix. And that's why I'm going to start planning everything out. Because if I had to make a goal for starting in July, it would be the same goal I had starting in January. I want to be up Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings, doing the DDP yoga stuff, going to the gym Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Whichever day we don't record, I want to go to the gym.
Yeah.
But even then, if we record at 8 o'clock, I can still get to the gym between 6 and 7:30. Because when we record early, we record at 8. But if we record at 8:30, I can still get home, get Cooper out, get changed, head to the gym, be at the gym by 6 o'clock, get an hour and a half workout in, get home, get cleaned up, do the podcast, finish the podcast, go to bed.
Right.
Be good. So it's like, I just got to work on keep going in days to where like I just come home, like Cooper out, and I'm just, okay, well, this is the end of my day. I'm good now. I'll sit down, watch TV or play PlayStation, watch Twitch. So I gotta stop doing that. Because I put myself in a situation where that can't be my options now. It can't be my norm, and I keep making it my norm, and I gotta stop doing that. So if you want, I'm offering it to you. 2023 starts in 15 days for us.
Perfect. That sounds great.
I made it a priority, and I made it a goal to lose all this weight by my next birthday. And I don't know if I'm going to reach it, but I can at least work towards it and hopefully see what happens.
Right.
But like I said, I think the accountability with us doing it, and plus, right now the plan is to do the Wisconsin cemetery vlogs in September.
Right.
I want to look as good as possible in that video. Yeah. So it gives me roughly 3 months, July, like 3 months between now and then to slim down as much as possible. And hopefully it happens. I'm not going to beat myself up about it if I stumble. I think I might start doing the journals again because I did like doing those. I would love to do the vlogs again. But like, just tracking shit together. It's just I'm just so sick and tired of just being constantly exhausted. But I think it's just because of the lifestyle I developed. And it's not anything else. Like, I don't, I sit there thinking like maybe it's a testosterone level thing. And maybe it is. I got friends, I have a friend of mine who was telling me that I should look into getting one of the weight loss surgeries and stuff like that. It was explained to me that like, certain people just need it. And I got nothing against the surgeries. If you feel you need it, get it, do what you feel is best for you. But for me, I don't think I need it. Cause I know I'm capable of losing the weight. I've done it before. I've dropped to 60, 70 pounds in 2018 from just straight dieting. No gym, just straight dieting. So I know I'm capable of doing it. And I know everyone says like as you get older, it will get harder.
Yeah.
But the difference between 29 and 34 is just it slows down. Doesn't mean it just stops.
Right.
So it's just going to take more work. But I did that to myself.
Yeah. Well, you got to think about that. Like, there's that lady who I think I want to say 83, she started just walking around her apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's like a world championship, weightlifter in her age group. Cause, she's 93. There aren't that many. But she is wildly fit for a 93-year-old.
Yeah.
So it's doable even at 80, 90 years old. You just got to do it.
Yeah. And that's what it is. It's like, it's not about I remember us having this conversation about how there's nothing in this world that you need to do. It's things that you want to do. You don't need to do anything. You don't have to do anything.
Right.
You know, it's all about wanting to. In order to need something, you have to want to do something. Like, oh, well, I need to breathe. Yeah, but that's because you want to live.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's not the best mindset to fucking have. You know, I know I can sit here and I can say, like, I want to lose weight. I want to be in better shape. I want to be healthier. But in order to have those better things, I need to get healthier, get better, you know, get in better shape and stuff like that. Because as I get older too, you know, it's the possibility of dying, you know, more.
Yeah, it goes up for everybody.
Yeah. So I've always tried to make it a point to never allow my mom to bury me because of my poor choices. Luckily for my mom, my poor choice would just be obesity because it's not going to be drugs. You know, I don't do that shit. So, you know, I just want my mom to bury me just because I had no fucking self-control when it came to Little Debbie.
I heard that.
But, yeah, long story short, I've never seen a dick in person. So, for those who think it's weird, maybe it's weird that you've seen plenty of them to assume that it's weird if you don't. Oh, I don't know. I shared a room with my brother for 15 years, 14 years, give or take. Maybe 14, 15 years. Never once seen him naked.
Yep.
Not once.
Yep.
No, if he was in the shower, you know, and he had to change, I left the room, and vice versa. There's no reason for either one of us. I mean, hell, I'm not saying that it happened. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
And Sherry, if you're listening, you know, fucking just fast forward a couple seconds if you don't want to hear the statement. I'm not saying that Nick never masturbated in the same bedroom I did, but there's a possibility it fucking happened.
Right.
You know, I'm just saying, like, I mean, I was a teenage boy at one time too, and I mean, if he, you know, never did, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, you waited to, you know, rub-a-dub-dub in the fucking tub. You know, appreciate that. But I've never had those encounters with my brother. I mean, maybe that's a self-control thing that, you know, we never talked about it, but there was a mutual understanding. Like, hey, don't show me your dick. I won't show you mine.
Right.
Kind of thing. Did you guys share a room growing up? I know you did, like in Earl Park.
I never did once we moved. So when we moved to Lafayette, I got my own room. Houston and Michael were bunked together.
But when you guys were living with your dad above that hardware store or some goofy shit?
Two of us would be in one room, and my dad and one of us would be in the other. Usually dad was with Michael.
Yeah.
Cause Michael had, to get up to use the bathroom in the middle of the night and also asthma problems.
Gotcha.
So just safety and mattress safety.
Gotcha. So you guys, so at certain points you all share rooms with each other. You ever see each other naked?
Nope.
And that's normal. Shouldn't it be normal?
Probably. Yeah, I'm sure I saw Houston naked I'm sure I saw either of them naked as little kids, when I was also a little kid, but I don't really remember it.
Yeah. I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, I've never seen Nick or Sherry naked, but just because we're close enough to the same age where it'd just be weird for it to happen. But I've seen Ashley naked because I gave her baths and I changed her fucking diaper and shit.
Yeah.
But when you get to a certain age where it's like, oh, Ashley doesn't need her diaper changed or doesn't need to be bathed anymore.
Don't need to see it.
Well, then there's no necessity for me to see her fucking naked ever again.
Yep.
My cousin Sean, I've changed his diaper. My cousin Samantha, I've changed her diaper. When their diapers never needed to be changed again, that's it. I no longer need to see your dick.
Yep.
You know, if I saw Sean's dick outside of the diaper wearing era, there's a problem there.
Right.
You know, those are things I don't get. I have a recollection, and I don't know why this is my earliest memory in life, is showering with my dad and him wearing a swimsuit. And I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's nice of him.
Yeah, it's like, thank you. You know,
I'm positive I showered with both my parents at different times, and they were not wearing swimsuits, but I don't remember it. I just know it happened.
I think every kid has showered with their parent at one point in their lives.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like how else do parents have time to get their kids clean?
Yeah. Plus, you have to teach your kid how to properly bathe.
Yep, I do remember that kind. I remember being taught how to bathe, how to shower. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think by that time I was showering on my own.
Let me ask you a question real quick, and we'll wrap up the show here. When you shower, when you wash yourself,
yeah,
how far down on your body do you scrub until you stop?
I literally scrub my whole body.
Like you go all the way down calves and feet?
Bottom of my feet even. Yep.
Good for you. Good for you, man. I stop about knee high.
Yeah. Fair. I mean, I feel like it doesn't get that dirty below that. I just, I don't know. I feel like I read some commentary on Twitter one time about it, and I was like, oh, I guess I should be washing below my knee. So I started.
Yeah. So what, like, do you got a stool that you sit on, or you just kind of lean up against the wall and bring one leg up to you, or you just, prison bending,
I bring my leg up to me. I balance. Yeah.
That's terrifying, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's really scary.
That's a slip ahead. Do you have a bath mat, like one of those
nope,
grip?
Not in the in the bathtub with me.
Yeah.
Nope. I should. It's very slippery in there.
Do they make a bath mat? If they don't, I hope to God this doesn't give someone an idea to create it and screw me out of this. But do you think they make a bath mat where you can suds it up and just rub your feet on it? And wash
I'm sure they do. Yeah, I'm sure they have that.
They got to, right? Like a scrubbing mat or something,
right? You'd think.
Got to. God, if they don't, they should. Man,
absolutely.
Yeah. Joe, what are you freaking thinking about?
I am freaking thinking about. I hate to say it because it's what I was talking about on Geekcast Live this week too, but I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Odyssey in my free time.
Which one's that?
That's the ancient Greece. Greece,
gotcha.
Yeah, and I will say what I said over there. It's fine, but it's a bad game. It's a bad game. It is such a big world. And there are so many side quests that there's almost no time to do the main quest. And if you happen to do any main quest stuff, it can advance the timeline enough that it'll just delete some other quests because you didn't do them in time. And I feel like I've been playing for 40 hours and I could have finished the main storyline by now. But there's so many side stories that I've played instead. It's so boring. It's so boring. It's a pretty game. It's fun to beat bad guys up and stuff, but I'm so bored. But I must finish it at this point. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess that's what I'm freaking thinking about.
I tried to play. So I played, was Assassin's Creed 3 was Revolutionary War?
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to play the one that followed that. I think it was Syndicate. I tried to play Rogue.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah, so I played that one.
Rogue is when they started to get boring, though.
Yeah, I tried to play that one. I don't know if I ever played. No, not Syndicate. Unity. Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yeah.
So I tried to play that one. I didn't like it. I tried to play Rogue. Didn't like it. I tried to play the first two. God damn it, Black Flag was the one that was after Assassin's Creed 3.
That's right, because Rogue was after Black Flag.
Yeah.
Rogue was like the game they really wanted to play or make, but they weren't ready yet.
I was fine with Black Flag up until the majority of the quests were sailing the boat.
Yeah.
I didn't want to sail the fucking boat. I don't. I fucking any fucking story or any quest or mission that you have to do, and this goes for Grand Theft Auto as well, where you have to sail a boat or fly a plane, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I just don't. I'll ride a horse, I'll drive a car, sold. I think that's why I like Red Dead Redemption so much, because there's no boats and planes to have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
But I just hated it. So like, Assassin's Creed 3 was my favorite one. First off, I love the Revolutionary War. I love the history behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I love the idea of, it was like an Indian kid, and that stuff. I thought that was a pretty cool concept. He was an Indian, right? No, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he was, Native American, yeah. I just, beyond that, I'm just like, okay, it's the same story, but it's just not as fun.
Right.
So I kind of done away with Assassin's Creed. I wanted to try the Valhalla one, but I'm afraid to spend $60 on a bus.
Yeah. Do you have PlayStation Plus?
Yeah.
The last time I checked, it was available on PlayStation Plus as part of the subscription.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. So
that's how I got it.
The Valhalla one?
Yeah, I haven't played it yet, but that's how I have it.
I'll have to check that out then, because if it is, then maybe I'll give it a shot. Again, and this is what I'm talking about. It's just another thing for me to preoccupy my time with doing something other than what I need to do. It's like, I'm gonna get to the gym. Well, let me play this real quick. That's one of the biggest reasons why I haven't even bought the computer to play that 5M Grand Theft Auto role playing game on the computer.
Right.
Like, I found a computer that I could play the game on for less than $800. But I know the moment I buy it, all my free time is going to go to be playing that game, and that scares me.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because I won't have self-control. Like, if I own that, if I had that, I'd be doing this podcast with you, and as soon as I get off, I'll start playing that game until 3 a.m. where I'm like, crap, I can be up for work in 2.5 hours.
Right.
So I know I have a addictive personality when it comes to like things like that.
Yeah.
And then it shit like that just worries me. That's why I was like, but maybe I'll get Valhalla.
I hear you.
And maybe I'll get that, but I won't play it until like I reward myself in some way. See if I can figure out how to do that. Yeah,
that's a good way to do it. Yeah. What as you wait for a video game reward, what are you freaking thinking about?
Well, I mentioned how we're gonna hit 300 episodes here in about 5 episodes. Just Freakin' Wrestling is going to hit 200 episodes this coming Monday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So it's exciting. It's weird because I was talking to a guy at a wrestling show a few weeks ago. He was talking to me. It's like just some dude who was there who's friends with a photographer. And we were talking, and I told him how I host a podcast. He's like, what's the podcast? And I was telling him about it, how it's about wrestling, and how we're actually gonna hit our, 200th episode here in a couple weeks. And he's like, oh, that's pretty cool. How long have you been doing it for? And I told him, like, well, since 2018. He's like, you only got 200 episodes and you've been around for like 5 years. I'm like, yeah, it's off. We should be at, or not 28, to 2017, 6 of them. So we should be at 300 episodes. We're just off. I was like, there's just hiatuses we take, there were breaks we had to do, people couldn't commit to it, the week, so we're just behind, and, like looking at this, like we're gonna hit 300 episodes here in a month, and we should technically be hitting 400 by October.
Gotcha.
But it's like even though we're off, so what?
Yeah.
It's still going, realistically, when you look at it, like we technically have 6 years of episodes in when you go based on weeks, yeah, sure. We missed 100 fucking episodes. If we really wanted to, we could easily catch up on that. We could, like I said, like we did the 1 episode a week plus the 2 hours of lives and split that into 2 episodes. And we ended up with 6 episodes a month, and we could easily do that consistently, but we don't need to have that many episodes released out into the world as often. It just doesn't need to happen.
No, not at all.
So it's like we're behind. It is what it is. But you know what? We're still making those benchmarks and everything. JFW just hit level 2 on Podbean, which I still have no idea what the hell that means. But that happened, and I'm proud of that. You know, the lives I do for the wrestling company I work with, you know, we still do them on Sundays, and you know, people are happy with us with that still happening. You know, when we do the lives and stuff Saturday morning, you know, for this freaking show, people come on and we talk to them and everything. Like, the progression is there. It's just like, you know, yeah, it's not where it should be, but it's where it's at, and I'm still happy with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really happy that we're gonna do 200th episode for Just Freakin' Wrestling this coming Monday. We're kind of doing like a Q&A thing, so I'm excited to do that, and I'm just happy. I am really happy with everything that we're doing here as FreakNet, and I'm happy with the people who are in place at JFW. I'm happy that, you know, we're you know, we have a pride in what we're doing over here. I like that, you know, we're a little bit more real about the shit we talk about.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like I said, I mean, it's going to be a process regardless. I mean, like we hit these lows and we just kind of like rebuild back from and everything, which I'm fine with. You know, as long as we're doing it, you know, great. And we're planning to, you know, make it up as we go. I'm happy with too. You know, it's just whenever it seems like we're going good, there's always like a small hiccup that prevents it from, you know,
I feel that. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Where it's moving smoothly, you know, like there's a ripple in the river and shit, but we're still making it down the fucking river, you know. And I do believe that FreakNet will grow. So I have a weird feeling that come July, things will kind of fall into place for me based on what I want to do to make my life better, not only health-wise, but through this social media podcasting stuff. I have a good feeling about it. And as long as I keep that positive energy and people don't bring me negative energy, I think everything's going to work out. And I think when we start, you know, doing this together again, I think it's going to help us come closer to this network stuff as well. So, but yeah, 200th episode for JFW is coming up this Monday. So I'm really excited for that. Really happy for that. And, shout out to the other, 5 co-hosts, of JFW who are there, but not there, who haven't been there, who knows if they'll be there. Dizzle J, Dally, Steve, Nubby, and Pac-Man, all you guys, thank you for doing everything you do for the podcast. I really appreciate it. And Dally and DJ and Steve haven't really been on a show in quite some time, which it's fine. You know, if they show up, they show up. They don't, they don't. But either way, thank you guys for all the work you did do for JFW. Pac-Man, Nubby, thank you for all the work you are currently doing for JFW. Show wouldn't be what it is right now without you guys, because if you weren't there, the show would just be done. I can't do it alone. I don't want to do it alone. It just wouldn't be as much fun. And same to you, Joe. Thank you for being here with me to do this, because if you weren't here, I don't know. I mean, I'd probably do the show by myself for a bit, but it just wouldn't be the same, and I just was interested in it. But the shows are still going to be moving forward. We're going to get consistency. It's going to happen. I promise you. I feel like July, you know, the new beginning to 2023 for us it's going to be clutch for us. It's going to be an amazing opportunity. So make sure you guys are checking out our podcasts, when they are released on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, wherever you find your podcast. Make sure you search it, subscribe, rate us if that's an option there and everything. It does help us out. And of course, you can find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, just by searching This Freakin' Show. Go over to YouTube, FreakNet Studios, check out our amazing videos. Make sure you subscribe there and hit the notification bell. Cemetery vlogs are still doing amazing. We're still getting a lot of views on those. I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy that we're going to be doing a cemetery vlog here in September for 2023. And also maybe find some time to figure out some potential, other visit. There's a place. Oh shit. Did I ever tell you about that burger place that's down south?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, we were gonna go there maybe and eat and talk about it.
Yeah, it's like one of like the greatest like one of the most famous burgers or some shit and like the
Yeah, and they only
country.
sell like 100 of them a day or something because the guy does it on his lunch break.
We're gonna go there, and we're also gonna drink some drinks at some historic bars and shit. That's something I really would love to do too, because not because of the drinking, but because to recognize patrons.
Yeah,
or not patrons. Who are the people that own the bars and owns the restaurants? It begins with a P. Proprietors.
Proprietors. That's it.
Yeah. To acknowledge them. And maybe a patron who knows, I wouldn't mind, seeing some drunk guy at a dive bar.
Yeah.
But if you guys have an idea of what you want to see us do videos for, let us know, we did some ranking videos. I think we talked about doing chicken sandwiches at one point. Maybe we'll do that too. Carter Comics has given us an opportunity to do those things, and I'm excited to take advantage of that opportunity. Joe.
Yes.
Every week, our listeners can catch Cartoon Joe here on this freaking show. But if an hour of Cartoon Joe just isn't enough for our listeners, where can they go?
If you need more Cartoon Joe, you can find me over at the Geekcast Live podcast at violentpress.com. You can also find us on Facebook, iTunes, Spotify, and Twitter by searching Geekcast Live.
Perfect. Guys, that's all I got. So, as always, I am Travis.
I'm Cartoon Joe.
And thank you for listening to another episode of this freaking show. I'm out.